Well, hello. Hey, how are you? Long time no talk to, right? I mean, last video was what, 2-3 weeks ago? And I said I'm eating shrimp, I have menopause, I'm going to this fabulous colonics place and I'm gonna get better, I'm gonna feel good, and I'll document it, and I'll take the camera with me and everything will be peachy keen, hopefully. Well, I got there, right? I was feeling miserable. I had brain fog, like you can't imagine, from all the foods I was eating. I was feeling miserable in my relationship. Everything my husband did bothered me, and I was just like, ugh. There's something about, you know, the change of life, a new beginning, kind of like a restart, refresh when you turn 50 and when you're going through that time of life, menopause, that all of a sudden the things that you didn't want, all of a sudden that sometimes the things that you thought you wanted no longer are what you wanted, or the things that you've been able to tolerate, that maybe that's a better word, all of a sudden you can't tolerate anymore. And that's exactly what happened to me. I had been hiding for years emotionally. I was not living my true authentic life. I was eating my emotions because a cheeseburger just somehow just made me feel good, and food, if I was having a bad day, or if I had a fight, or if I was angry about something, I could just have something to eat. Like I remember when I got cancer, I would go before the appointments and I'd go eat something really bad for me because I just thought, psh, I'm gonna die anyway, so might as well die with food, which I thought that's what made me happy. And needless to say, it was this like broken record of doing things that were not good for myself because I didn't want to face what was really going on in my life. So I went to this colonics. I got there and I'm like, oh, all of a sudden I had to take all these pills, and I was told, you're on soft foods for 10 days, no meat, no dairy. And I'm like, did I sign up for a diet clinic? What's going on? I thought I was just here to get colonics. And I didn't know what I had signed up for. All I knew is that I was desperate to find some answers as to why I'm not feeling good, why I'm gaining weight, why I'm an emotional wreck, why I have brain fog, why, you know, all these things. I'm running a full-time business over here. I'm, you know, my family's gone, my kids are gone, I'm empty nesting, I'm not liking my husband right now. All these emotions were going through my head, and here I was on YouTube. YouTube at the same time decided, oh, I don't want to put your ads on your videos anymore, so all your hard work that you've done all for 7 years is just, we're not going to pay you anymore. And that can happen. And so I left knowing that, going, okay, I just spent all this money on the colonics, I'm not getting paid through YouTube, here we go. Let's go, right? So I was taking these supplements, and I went in there, and I laid on a biomat. It's actually, what I've discovered is, if you allow yourself to take time away from your life and away from your situation, and you go in eternal and you work on yourself internally, it will change your life. And that's what happened to me. So all of a sudden I was like, I'm gonna take a video of this, and I'm gonna take a video of me on this colonic bed and what comes out of me. And I'm like, I get there and I'm just like, whoa. I was hit with all these emotions, and I was basically detoxing every part of everything, and I couldn't document any of it. Whew. It's deep, people. It's deep. So I was on just soft vegetables, soft rice, all organic. I switched to all organic, everything, filtered water. I would lay on a biomat, which is a amethyst crystal heat that comes up. It comes up through the crystals, and you lay there. And I had an intuitive lady meet with me twice. And day 2, I was like, I went there for menopause, and what I left there was, I want a divorce. I left there with the thing that was bothering me the most in life, that I did not even know that was going to come up. Day 2, I dropped my ring. In my purse. And I said, I'm getting a divorce. I knew that I wanted a divorce on day 2, and I had 8 more days to go. And so much more kept coming up for me. I had to go off of coffee. There was no coffee allowed. And I dedicated those 10 days just going there and working through the program, taking supplements 3 times a day. What I mean by supplements, like, you know, probiotics and detoxification stuff and parasite stuff, and just, you know, just apple cider vinegar and just all the stuff that they wanted us to take. And I cleansed my liver on day 8, and so I had to drink olive oil and grapefruit and what's that salt? Epsom salt and water. And then I cleaned out my liver. What I discovered is, after day 3, I no longer had the headaches for coffee. And I was like, wow. So I replaced one habit with another during all of this. So instead of drinking coffee, I would drink dandelion root tea every morning, because you just have to replace something. So if you're used to drinking coffee, then replace it with something else. You know, if you're used to smoking, then get some Nicorette gum. If you're used to eating red meat, then, you know, find a way that you can get something like the portobello mushrooms. I eat a lot of portobello mushrooms now because they're kind of gritty and they just, you know, they taste similar to meat. They're beefy. You can cook them on your barbecue. Anyway, I went through all these emotions, and so much came out during this. And the bottom line is, if you're going through anything in your life, instead of looking outward for the answer like we all do, and we all just never take time for ourselves, I would encourage you to go inward. And if you can find any program that you can just separate yourself, do it, because this has changed my life. It has changed my life. If you're having some issues in your life, you know, things would come up in my past that I thought I had let go. I thought that I had forgiven that person. I thought that I was over it, had come up. And I was just going through this whirlwind of emotions every single day. And I was just trying to get through all the supplements I had to drink 3 times a day. And, you know, doing the colonics every day for 10 days. And laying on a biomat and doing an exercise machine every day. And doing, you know, these healing balls, the sounds of, and listening to Marianne Williamson and powerful, powerful speakers. And just laying there daily. I was there like 5 to 6 hours a day, going through all of the motions. See, for years, I've called myself a robot, because I just if you're not in a situation that you don't like, if you're in a situation that you don't like, or a situation that's uncomfortable, or you don't want to deal with it, then just keep yourself busy. Just stay busy, 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 busy. So I'm a busy, busy person anyway, so I would just stay busy, busy, busy. I called myself a robot. And I did that for so long that when I finally just took some time for myself, I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. My menopause symptoms are completely gone. I have not had a hot flash since I've been there. And you know what I also found out is that the food I was eating, the nutrition that I did not have, was what was making me sick. What was making me have the hot flashes in the first place, and the brain fog, and the belly, the gaining all that weight in my belly, and just clogs and clogs of meat over the years. My husband is a meat everything, meat, 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 meat. And I was thinking about it, and before I married him, I was a vegetarian. I was a vegetarian, and I was so happy. I ate fish once in a while, like orange roughy, but primarily I was a vegetarian, and I felt so good. I never had to worry about my weight. I would work out. I would, do healthy, great things for myself. And what ended up happening is I got married, and I just started cooking all that food and just started eating all that food, and had kids, and one thing led to another. And then now I was still sabotaging myself. I'd be good for a while, I'd get the weight off, and then I'd eat again, and I just continually started sabotaging myself and just eating whatever I wanted. And then I got, when you get a little bit of extra money, I was like, well, I got money, so why not try this place I've always wanted to try? And your kids get raised, and then it's like, I could never afford this before, and now I can afford it. And I was always, do you see the pattern? I was always justifying why I could eat this, why I could do this, why that my life was fine. Everything was okay. But I still had to come home and face the root of my problems, which was my food. So I decided to, at that point, I was like, okay, I'm not going to drink coffee anymore because I've already been detoxified from that. So why drink coffee? And then I got feeling so great every day that I decided, well, why eat meat again? I feel great. So I have been off meat now for 3 weeks, I think. Yeah, 3 weeks. And I feel great. But I also had to come to the conclusion of, I have to face my husband. I have to face the situation that I'm not happy with. And I know this is probably really personal on YouTube, but I have put my life on YouTube, and people have put their life on YouTube because we have built an audience on here, and you guys have a right to know what's going on, and if you don't like videos like this, tune out, just tune out. But this is for the real fans that have been watching me for years. Do you understand what I'm going through? So I came back on Monday of the beginning of this week, and I could not bring myself to make videos yet because I was going through so much. So I put on a happy face and did what I had to do. Got through it like I always have. And then when my husband came home, Monday night, I told him how I was feeling. And I told him I wanted a divorce. And of course, this came he was just blown away. Because in his mind, he felt like everything was amazing and wonderful. And he didn't want it. And this might be a lesson for women out there that are struggling in a marriage. If you do everything for your husband to the extent of losing yourself, it's never a good thing. So I did everything for my husband. And I mean everything. Anything he asked. For years. And one day, I turned 50. And I said, I can't do this anymore. I cannot sacrifice myself and my happiness any longer. So I asked for a divorce. And that's where we are today. And YouTube has taken away all the ads from this channel. So the only thing I'm depending on right now is my Patreon and my tip snaps. And that's it for money. But it was far deeper than that. And it's like, sometimes you have to do things scared in order to see a greater outcome. So I came back on a mission. I told my husband, told my son, told my daughter, told my other son. Every day it's just been like, okay, this is what the deal is. I've asked for divorce. I've asked for divorce. And everybody feels sorry for my husband. Nobody feels sorry for me because they just assume I'm strong, right? Because I've been the strong one. And poor my husband. What's he gonna do? He doesn't like to be alone. What's gonna happen? He decided he wanted the house. Even though we remodeled it and it's beautiful. He wants the house. So because it was my decision for the divorce, I said, okay. And I was going to stay and I was going to fight. But I just said, okay, you can have the house. Because at the end of the day, what's more important? My happiness or the house? I could sit here and I could die in this beautiful house. And that's what I was beginning to happen, was that I have everything beautiful in my life. My kids are raised. They're successful. I looked around. Nothing was making me happy anymore. The beautiful furniture, the island, the granite, the pool. At the end of the day, material things do not make you happy. They just don't. They're beautiful. They look great. It looks wonderful. But if you're basing your happiness on materialism, you'll never be happy. If you marry somebody because they're rich, but you don't really love them, but you want their money, you'll never be happy. The greatest discovery that I've learned about myself is I'm walking through the fear. Sure, I'm scared. But I'm walking through it because the end part of my life, all I kept on seeing on when I was on the colonic bed, when I was dreaming, is freedom. All I was seeing was freedom. Every day I was like, I just want to be free. I just want to be free. I don't want rules. I don't want regulations. I don't want to have to do things I don't want to do anymore. I just want to be free. So I came back with that courage. And of course, he's like, I thought you were going to go on a colonics bed. What? What the hell? Basically, what the hell happened to you? Which, of course, I mean, if you've never done a deep internal work, you're going to wonder what the heck happened. But if you've ever done any kind of internal work for yourself, you'll understand there are different things that come up that you did not know were still bothering you. And if you do not take a look at what's going on in your life and own your power. I felt like I got my power back. I got my voice back. I'm all or nothing. I don't have a middle register. I never have. I'm either in or I'm out. And I've been just in that middle for so long, just like coasting through, trying to make it work. And I used to say, I'm the lucky one. I've made it 25 years. I'm the lucky one. But what I realized was I was the stupid one because I put up with everything I put up with for so long. And I lost my voice, and I felt like the energy was just sucked out of me all the time. And so what I'm telling you today is that I got my voice back. I completely did a 360, if you want to say. I came back, told him I was getting a divorce. We've got the divorce processes in order. I'm giving him the house. All I'm taking is the furniture. I'm not fighting for, we have a community estate, and so I could fight for half of everything. I'm not going to go that low because I believe in great karma, and I want to remain friends, and I want to be there, you know, for things that our kids are doing and events that are happening. So I bit the bullet. I went searching. I went and got a pre-approved loan. I went searching for a house. You know me and my pool. I think that's the thing I was the most sad about. The pool and my new island I just got were the two things that I was just so sad about, because I waited so long to get my kitchen remodeled. And I went out on a mission, and I said, I want a pool. I want a pool. I deserve a pool. I'm giving up my house. So there were only 3 houses listed in my area, in the whole area where I live. 3 houses with in-ground pools, and that was it. And I went and looked at them, and I found one, and you know, when you just walk in, and it's an older home, it's not a brand new home. It's, you know, I'm being modest. It's not a brand new home, it's an older home. And it had a third of an acre. And it had an in-ground pool, kind of the way mine is shaped, but only like flopped. Like my pool is in the middle of the yard, it's like flopped, and the pool's on the left side, and then the grass is on the right side. And I walked in, and I was like, I felt like I was home. I was like, okay, this, and I specified exactly what I wanted: a double-car garage. I wanted at least 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I wanted an in-ground pool. I wanted space so that the neighbors weren't right next to me. And I got everything I wanted. A fireplace. And I went in there, and I knew it was the one. And it was the first day on the market. It just came on the market that day, and I was there. And I told her, and then I went and looked at some new houses, and I couldn't get my mind off of that house. It was perfect for just me. It was perfect. And I'm used to doing all the yard work and taking care of everything at the house anyway. So I knew that I would be happier having a little bit of land and space, and I don't mind mowing. I don't mind taking care of land. I like my privacy. I don't like to be on a busy street. I just want privacy at this point in my life. And I started driving home, and she's like, do you want to make an offer on it? And I said, I really think I do. And she's like, but it's the first day that's on the market. They may not take it, you know, because they may want to wait. So I got home, or I started driving, and then I called her. I said, I feel urgency. You need to listen to these things too. I feel an urgency to make an offer. And I made an offer, and then I said, go look at your specs around the area, find out if we can offer less, and then call me back. So she looked at the specs, and she said, I think we should offer $5,000 less than what they're asking. And so we wrote up the offer that night, and the same night, it was like 8 o'clock at night. I think it was like, I don't know, it wrote it all up and signed it. And then I waited the very next day, and it took her all afternoon to get back to me. And I was just like, I was visualizing myself in there. I was visualizing me in the pool. I was visualizing how I was going to fix it up, and how I was going to make it mine, and I was going to be by myself, and I wasn't going to be told what to do or in a controlling situation. I was just going to be free. Finally, I was going to be free. And that afternoon, about 3 o'clock, she sent me the happiest text I've ever had in my entire life. She said, they accepted your offer for $5,000 under the asking price. And she said the only thing they don't want to do is they don't want to keep the washer and dryer, or they're going to take the washer and dryer. And I was like, done. I have a washer and dryer, no problem. And so I got a house. I came back on Monday, went through the fear, told everybody. Wednesday, got the pre-approval for the loan. Thursday went out, or no, Friday went out looking for houses. And Friday night, I found my house Friday night at dinner time at about 5:30. And by Saturday, they accepted my offer. And now we're going through the, at 50, I'm buying my very own house for the first time in my life, doing it all on my own. And I have to tell you, it was like when I went and bought my car. It was like I just went down and I bought my car, a brand new one. I've never been able to do that before. It is the most exhilarating, phenomenal thing you could ever imagine when you take back your power and you fight for what's right for you. And how I know it's right is because when things happen like that and they just go zoop, 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 and they click and it all works out, you know you're doing the right thing. When there's obstacles that like stop you and there's roadblocks everywhere, then you got to question, am I doing the right thing? But I'm telling you, this has just been as smooth as butter. And I get to move in my house, my new house, September 16th. And so although this summer has been a roller coaster of emotions, I am now free from all the bad food I was eating. I'm getting healthier by the day. I'm feeling amazing. My hot flashes are gone. I feel younger than ever. I'm ready to just like bring on my business, doing more exciting things for Patreon, fighting with YouTube for this channel. And if this channel can't get ads, then I'll switch over you guys on a new YouTube channel, or we'll get a subscription site or something so that I can have some kind of income coming in. Because after all, now I am going to be on my own, a single lady at 50, paying all my own bills for the first time in my life. I paid bills, but I haven't paid the mortgage. So now I'm going to be paying my own mortgage and my own everything. And I have to tell you, I am so excited about this new start, this fresh start. And I cannot wait to take you guys on this journey. And so thank you for listening. Thank you for hearing my whole story. And from now on, there will be no more sorrow, only happiness and peacefulness and freedom. And I hope that you will see in my videos a difference of how free and happy I'm planning to be with this new lifestyle. And I am a workhorse, so I will immerse myself. People say, well, aren't you going to be sad to live alone? No, I'm a workhorse. I will submerge myself into maybe making merchandise, doing more videos on Patreon, opening up another channel on YouTube, researching. I will submerge myself into doing amazing, great things for myself so that I can afford to take care of myself, obviously. But most importantly, I'm taking care of myself internally. And I feel amazing about my new life. And so thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking. Leave your comments below. Let me know how you're feeling about all this. I know I dropped a bomb on you today. I was just, I just didn't know if I was going to have the words to say all of this. on here, and I know it was long, but I needed to say it because there's going to be, you guys are going to be wondering why I'm in a new house and what's going on. You never saw my husband anyway, and everybody thought that maybe he didn't exist anyway because he didn't choose to be on camera. So it'll be just the same as far as that goes, but I'll be able to open up a lot more and give you a more in depth of my life and how I'm proceeding with this new life that I've been given. So I'm so excited, and thank you again, and kisses to all of you. Till the next video.